Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of SharkPig's Porridge. My name is Jordan, and today we are going to be looking at a game called Darkest Dungeon. I just picked this up on Steam a couple of days ago, and I believe it's still early access at the moment. As I said, it's down there. Welcome to early access. It was kickstarted. It's actually a pretty sweet game. I just wanted to show some people and give a heads up, see if you wanted to pick it up. First thing we're going to do is name our town. We're going to call it, just call it Pigsville. And we'll just jump right in.
You will arrive along the old road. It winds with a troubling, serpent-like suggestion through the corrupted countryside, leading only, I fear, to ever more tenebrous places. There is a sickness in the ancient, pitted cobbles of the old road, and on its writhing path, you will face viciousness, violence, and perhaps other damnably transcendent terrors. So steel yourself, and remember there can be no bravery without madness. The old road will take you to hell, but in that gaping abyss, we will find our redemption.
So I don't know if anybody else thinks that the narration, the voice for the narrator sounds really weird. Like, I don't know what it is about him. He just sounds very strange. So that's our town. It's never quite looked so nice. You start off with two people. That's just the map navigation. So you start off with two people. You get Reynold the Crusader, and you get Dismas or Dismas the Highwayman. It's always the same two people, I think, because last time I started out, I had these guys as well. You're just going to move with WAS and D, backwards and forwards, and you got to click to find your destination on this map here. So currently we're right here, and we want to go through this little hallway or this pathway to this room.
Brigands have run up these lanes. Keep to the side path. The hamlet is just ahead.
So now we'll find ourselves on the path here. Normally I turn on subtitles for a game like this. I apologize because it's in early access. There's no subtitles.
Thug in brutal fashion, that all may hear of your arrival.
And right away we run into our first enemy here. So we have a brigand. There's a lot of weird things going on here with the stats. You can see his dodge 2, speed 3, he's a human, he has 15 HP, all this kind of stuff. I don't know what all of the different modifiers mean yet, but I do know right now Dismas is our guy that we are attacking with. So you'll see here we have his we have a few different attacks that we can work with. He can take aim, which I believe will put up his accuracy and his critical chance. We have grape shot blast, and then we have open vein. The dots right there above the actual name of the attack will tell you where he can be in order to attack from the left hand side. The little yellow dots say he can be in positions 1, 2, or 3, and he can attack with this particular attack positions 1 and 2. If you look at the grape shot, he hits 3 targets at the same time if you hit them in the middle, number 2. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do open vein on this guy. Looks like he resisted our bleeding. But Reynold is a Crusader, and he is mostly our front man. He does have a ranged attack, but we're just going to hit him with Smite.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Alright, so that was the first battle. We end up with 100 gold. We're going to take it all and continue on our way. Now, okay, so this is what makes Darkest Dungeon very difficult, actually. Up here we have our light meter. And as the light runs down, game gets harder. It gets more difficult to spot things, and it gets more easy to be surprised by monsters and bandits and all those sorts of things. And of course, your sanity goes down a lot quicker. This is the sanity for your character. You see we have Dismas, who's at 13 out of 100 right now, and Reynold is a 10 out of 100. As their sanity goes down, I haven't quite figured out exactly what happens yet, but I suppose we could probably find out here fairly soon. We're gonna go and check inside the tent. Looks like they left
Leave nothing
some
unchecked. There
gold
is
and some
much to be
onyx.
found in forgotten places.
We want all the money we can get because I believe what happens is these guys
An
get
ambush. Send these vermin a message.
they get
The
less
rightful
effective.
owner has returned, and their kind is no longer welcome.
They get less effective as the sanity goes down. So we're gonna hit these guys with grape shot. Open up early. Now I know from playing this before that these guys are a little bit more difficult. So I'm gonna have Reynold do a Bulwark of Faith, which adds to our torch meter up the top here, and it gives 20 protection to him. Alright, let's do a open vein on this guy here. So what I'll do is I'll have Dismas attack the front guy, and Reynold hit the back guy so we can get him out of the way. Actually, now that I think about it, no, actually I won't use that because you see it has a damage modification of negative 40%, so it's actually going to do a lot less damage, unless it's used on a specific type of enemy, I believe. If it's used on like demons or something, it does more damage. Oh, I can't actually hit him. That's interesting. Well, let's go ahead and just... I still can't hit him. Not sure why that is, but we'll just go ahead and attack him normally. But as you can see, this game is really dark and kind of disturbing, and you know, it's a little bit gory and a little bit gritty, and you know, I'm enjoying it so far. Everybody has their own like fatal flaw that they run with. So Reynold is a kleptomaniac and he's God-fearing, and those things will oh crap. So that's another feature we can work with. Oh, they're both bleeding here. I've been talking so much I didn't even realize how bad we were off here.
Prodigious size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
Killing off enemies will increase the morale, which works out well for us. Reynold is bleeding fairly badly, but we don't have any bandages, so we can't do much for that. We're just going to keep whacking away.
Give them no quarter.
We picked up a few different things. The purple surrounding frames are actually heirlooms, and you'll see what those do in a second. We get a torch, which will help increase the light level, and some more emeralds, which are money. And we'll open up this chest here, and it's trapped. And Reynold is blighted, which is awesome. But we're done with the mission anyway, so it doesn't matter that much. I'm pretty sure they return to full health after this particular mission, just because it's the beginning mission. So he got something here. Looks like he is established rabies, so now he has negative 10 accuracy and 20 extra damage now. And he also stresses out faster. So it doesn't look like he consumes as much food when his stress is above 50. There's a ton of different modifiers in this game, which is interesting. I haven't run into them all yet, and there's a ton of different classes.
Welcome home, such as it is. This squalid hamlet, these corrupted lands, they are yours now.
So this is our town, such as what is left of it. It's not quite as idyllic as in the picture, unfortunately. It's a little run down. There's only so much we can do. You can see these guys are complaining up here about going back into the dungeon. Their stress levels actually aren't that bad. So, Reynold, you can suck it up, because you're going in again. We'll go take a look at the stagecoach. Looks like we have two willing combatants to join us. We have a plague doctor, and we have a
laboratory than the blood-soaked battlefield.
seeker. All right. So, she's our healer. He can also heal, but he does a lot of like sort of grenade throwing around potions and plagues and things like that, which is pretty cool as well. I don't think there's anywhere else where we can visit at the moment. We can look at the graveyard, but there's nothing in here right now.
Up here, covered in the poisoned earth, awaiting merciful oblivion.
And it doesn't look like we can do anything else at the moment besides go on our next quest. So let's go ahead and embark, and I'll show you a few more of the systems.
And morbidity.
The
Your work begins.
green circles will show you which quests you have available at the moment. So you have several different areas. You have the ruins, the warrens, the cove, the weald, and the darkest dungeon up top here. The ruins are the only place we can go at the moment, but there are certain characters who have fears of different areas. In my last playthrough, I ran into a guy who did not like the weald, and so I sent him on a mission to the weald, and he was very ineffective. So it's something you really have to look out for. We'll go ahead and pull our guys in here. We want to make sure that we place them in here like we would see them in the dungeon. So we want our melee guy out front. Dismas is going to go ahead and be in the center there. And if we take a look at the individual characters here, we can see that they have a preferred position and they have a preferred target. So his preferred position is going to be definitely second from the back, whereas Mortang is going to be either second from the back or second in line. However, I'm going to keep her in a healing capacity, so she's probably going to be at the very back. Well, now that I think about it, I think I'm going to put her second to the back, and I'm going to put our Plague Doctor at the very back for now. Alright, let's go ahead and hit it.
The cost of preparedness, measured now in gold, later in blood.
We're going to go ahead and buy some food. After a time, everybody gets hungry. We're going to go ahead and pick up 8 food for 2 meals if need be. We're going to get don't need a shovel right now, don't need anti-venom. We're going to pick up 4 bandages just in case we happen to get some blood. I'm not going to run into any skeletons, I don't think. Thankfully, our Plague Doctor can cure diseases, which is nice. So I'm not going to worry about that, and we'll pick up about 6 torches to take with us. Really, I don't think you need that much for this particular area, but normally you would take about this many supplies, as well as a shovel or a key if you felt as though you might need it. The shovel is good for you might run into various debris and things that you have to break down. I haven't run into a situation where I have hit debris and I haven't had a shovel, so I don't know what happens in that event.
The fiends must be driven back. And what better place to begin than the seat of our noble line?
So let's choose an area to go here. We're going to go ahead and go north. This is our dungeon. Looks like we have an abandoned backpack. A pack contains a torch onyx and some gold.
Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Going to move on forward here. At any point, if I wanted to, I can switch these guys around, which is kind of nice if you have somebody, like I could switch Reynold for Mortagne. I have no idea how to pronounce her name properly. Bookcase here. Let's see. I'm going to have Reynold look through it. Unsettling. Okay, so that one affected his sanity a little bit, which is a shame. Or stress levels. He's freaking out a little bit. Lights going down.
Machinations spring to life with a singular
jeez. You see, he just got hit with 20, and he's going pretty insane. I wonder. Okay, so he experiences religious visions and illusions. I wonder if that has anything to do with it. All right, go on in here. All right. So they got surprised, which means we get first combat, which works out well in our favor. We'll do a grape shot blast to throw them all off. We don't need to do any healing. So let's do a illumination. Nice 30% damage buff. I wonder if that's stacked up. Looks like it might have. So we got some more heirlooms, which works out well for us. We use heirlooms to improve our buildings. Let's check the suit of armor out. Oh, nice, excellent. So that increased our protection. Got to be careful about who you are actually activated. Oh, we gotta choose a new destination here, because whoever is activated will actually receive the buff. So I think that we'll have our Plague Doctor take a look at these potions. Maybe. Agulon. Woo, nice close-up there, backing up. Experiments do not yield any findings, unfortunately. Salvage the unburned torch. So we got ourselves another torch. Let's go ahead and use one of those right now. From what I understand, when the torch burns down, the rewards are actually also better. I'm going to fast forward through this battle, and I'll see you on the other side. So, that round didn't go too well for me, as you can see by the health. I kept missing. I couldn't get a hit off, and they had a lot of AoE attacks that just knocked me right down. So quite a few of my guys went down to, Dismas and Mortain are down at 2, which is a problem. And as you can see, my back 2 people switched places, so I'm going to go ahead and switch them back. Mostly because of the stress thing. I think that as your stress increases, people are more likely to go back a step or 2, which is a problem because moving them costs 1 action during a battle. Let's take a look at this booth. Hidden treasure, 100 gold. Ouch. Okay, so we're running pretty bad right now, unfortunately. Food only heals 1, and bandages are only good for bleeding. So really, Mortain is the only one. Oh god. Okay, so these guys are tough. I'll show you this battle. They have an attack that will pull you back, or pull you forward, or push people back. And they also do a bleeding attack. Pretty much all of their attacks suck. I mean, they're really tough to work with. So let's go ahead and just try and make them bleed here. Looks like we got that going for us, which is nice. And get these guys in the back plagued, and they dodged, which is the issue we ran into last time. Yeah, everybody's pretty close to death here. My goal is to... Okay, so he's bleeding. I really don't want to bandage him because I feel like that's going to take away from my attack. I am going to do the Zealous Accusation, which should hopefully hit both of these guys. Looks like it did enough damage, which is perfect. It's exactly what I needed. And I'll have her heal up. Who's at my lowest right now? I think it's going to be him. Now he can also heal, but it's a very light heal. He's almost dead. Hopefully Reginald can take the majority of the attacks here. Go ahead and do another bleed, and that'll take him out, which is fantastic. Get some stress levels back up. That's the way to go, Dismas. Reynald isn't looking too good. He's at death's door, so what that means is his stats are lowered, and anything that hits him from now on could potentially kill him for good. So, we'll do another Zealous Accusation. And I'll have her heal him on the next round away. So he doesn't actually have a heal like he did in my last playthrough, which kind of sucks. But what I will do is I'm going to let these guys focus on attacking. So I'm going to give him the stat boost because he's at death's door, so his stats are going to be down. Oh, he's going again, huh? That's interesting. Let's disorient this guy. Don't know exactly what that did, but we'll just keep going at it. She's bleeding. He's going to be on death's door now. See, this is a bit of a stressful game. As they're getting stressed out, I feel like I'm getting more stressed out. Heal him up so his stats are back to normal. He's still bleeding, but should be able to take... Oh, you ass. That's a real problem.
Injury and despondence set the stage for heroism.
Oof, close.
Or cowardice.
Okay, let's do another disorienting blast. Looks like he resisted that. Heal him up. We don't want to lose these guys. The more people you have, the better. Because if you have more people, it means that you can actually do more missions while these guys are recovering. So, there we go. Alright, excellent. Well done, Dismas.
Remind yourself that overconfidence.
He's the real MVP in this round. He had
killer.
He had that like 16 or 19 critical, which was excellent. You know what? No, Dismas, you can open this chest. It's only gold. But that works out well. So it doesn't look like we've completed 100% of the battles yet, which really sucks because we're pretty much dead at this point. We'll push through though. Oh, I've never seen these guys before. I don't like them. Fantastic.
Victory.
But still,
victory nonetheless.
Still, we're not done. Oh my god. This is a crappy dungeon to get stuck with. This is a crappy quest to get stuck with for the very first one, having to clear 100% of all enemies before your guys are, you know, if I didn't know some of the mechanics, I'd be even worse off right now. I'll let him search this. My pack chafes. Someone carry it. Alright, this should hopefully be the last one. Ouch. And everybody's back down to death's door again. Alright, Dismas is going to go crazy now. I'm going to go ahead and skip through this one again. I'll see you guys on the other side. Well, everybody, welcome back on the other side of the battle. Not quite. Unfortunately, Dismas has died. I ran into that situation where I got attacked multiple times. Unfortunately, Reginald is freaking out and continued to pass his turn, so I could never attack. The only damage that these guys were really receiving were from Dismas and Agilon, and even though Agilon's only attack really is the plague. So, Dismas received his death blow and he is gone. I don't know. I can run, so I'm going to go ahead and retreat from combat, and then I'm going to abandon the quest.
But in failing to recognize it.
So one more thing I'm going to show you guys before I wrap this video up. I'm going to show you the tavern and the abbey. There's also the sanatorium and the guild and the blacksmith and all these different things, but the tavern and the abbey play a very crucial part to this game and the stress system that relates to it.
The cobwebs have been dusted, the pews set straight.
So if we take a look at
the abbey calls to the faithful.
The stress, we can see they're all entirely stressed out. Now, Reginald has this issue. He is a God-fearing, so in town, the only way that he can have stress relief is if he prays. Unfortunately, the various citizens of the town also like to take up residence, and so if you have people that can't do certain things or can only do certain things, occasionally these guys will be pests and go into the wrong area and cause you not to be able to rest up your guys. So Reynold fortunately has the ability to go and pray, and that will allow us for 1250 to treat him. Now he cannot be used again during this next mission. The time flips over when the mission happens. Agilon, I don't think he has any issues with anything, so I'm actually going to send him to the church as well. He's going to have peace through meditation. The alternate option to the abbey is the tavern, in which you can go to the bar, gambling hall, or the brothel. Mortain doesn't have any issues. Well, actually, I take that back. She's also God-fearing, which is a big problem. So she would only be able to pray for stress relief, the same as Reynold, which means they can never go at the same time. If we look back at the stagecoach, we'll see we have another Seeker, and we also have a Jester, which is pretty cool, or a Vestal is what it's called, and a Jester. Jester's pretty cool. It's sort of like a bard. And then there's also different things like bounty hunters and occultists and all these awesome classes. I probably haven't seen all of them yet. And then of course you can click on any of these within the actual buildings and upgrade them, so you can increase the number of heroes, you can increase the size of the roster, etc. So that's been Darkest Dungeon. kind of a depressing game if you roll some bad luck, if you get some tough enemies, or you get a difficult mission to start out with. As it stands, I probably wouldn't be able to make it through another mission with the characters that I have. Obviously, there are some balance issues that need to be addressed. Or maybe they're just going to leave it this way and it's just going to be tough as balls. I don't know. I don't know exactly. But it's fun. I actually got a lot farther in my first playthrough. I was a lot luckier. I only did a little bit, but it can be a pretty fun game. Just make sure that you're in a decent mood when you play it. Otherwise, it's just going to depress you because it's a very dark and dingy game. But anyway, this has been SharkPig Sporage. Thanks for sticking with me. We'll do another one of these soon, hopefully. Not Darkest Dungeon, but probably just another like snapshot of a different game. And we'll see how you guys like this. Thanks for watching. Bye.